Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking into something I think we all wonder about sometimes. Why do some people just consistently succeed? They seem fulfilled, they hit their goals, while others, maybe with the exact same chances, just feel stuck.
Right. It's a really common feeling, and
Right.
often the difference isn't luck or, massive resources. It comes down to habits.
Habits, okay.
Exactly. So our deep dive today is into Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That book's been around a while. How relevant can it be in, 2024?
Yeah, the world moves pretty fast.
It does. But our mission here is to show that Covey's blueprint, it's not just relevant, it's maybe more vital now. In this crazy, distracting world, these habits are like an anchor.
Okay, I'm intrigued. And we're using a source to help us frame this for today.
We are. It's called The 7 Habits, Modern Effectiveness and Application. And it's great because it takes Covey's classic ideas and really maps them onto the challenges we face now.
Like what kind of challenges?
Things like social media overwhelm, the gig economy hustle, trying to make remote work actually work effectively. It adapts the principles.
Got it. Okay, let's dig in. Where do we start?
Let's start at the beginning. Habit 1, be proactive. At its core, this is about realizing you are in charge. You choose your response no matter what's happening around you. It's owning your choices.
And that feels huge today, doesn't it? Because everything seems designed to make us reactive. You've got notifications pinging constantly, algorithms feeding you outrage. And then there's this whole narrative around burnout or toxic workplaces, which can make you feel powerless.
Yeah.
It's so easy to blame outside stuff.
It really is. And being proactive now means you consciously take back control of your attention.
Yeah.
Where does your focus go? What goals are yours? Where does your emotional energy get spent? You decide.
So it's like an antidote to feeling like a victim of circumstances or tech or trends.
Precisely. It forces you to look inward. So a really practical thing you can do right away. Use those digital well-being tools on your phone. Seriously. Limit the noise. And at work. Don't wait to be told. See something that needs doing. Jump on it. Take initiative.
Okay. Taking initiative. That seems like a good lead into the next one.
Yeah.
Habit 2.
Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. This is about having a clear vision. Before you even start the journey, Covey says, know your destination. What does success actually look like for you?
That sounds simple, but I can see how it'd be tough today.
Oh, definitely. Think about the gig economy or just the sheer number of trends popping up. It's so tempting to jump from one shiny thing to the next,
Right.
maybe without a clear overall purpose.
Yeah, chasing novelty.
Exactly. And social media fuels that. It makes having a long-term North Star feel almost old-fashioned. But the source really hammers this home. The most effective people. They know exactly where they're headed. It gives them a massive edge.
So how do you fight that tendency to drift? What's a practical step?
Create a personal mission statement. Doesn't have to be fancy. Just write down your core values, the direction you want to head in, and then use tools.
Like
Digital vision boards, goal tracking apps, maybe Notion or Trello, whatever works for you, to keep that long-term picture front and center every day.
Keep the end in mind, literally.
Yeah.
Okay, what's habit 3?
Habit 3, put first things first. This is the practical follow-through from habit 2. It's about distinguishing what's truly important from what just feels urgent. It's about managing yourself, your energy, your focus.
Okay, important versus urgent. I hear that a lot. But in reality, my inbox, my Slack, WhatsApp, it's just a flood of other people's urgencies. It feels like their priorities are constantly demanding my time.
That's the modern challenge right there. You've nailed it. Those platforms are basically interruption machines.
Right.
So true effectiveness, according to our source, means intentionally carving out time for deep work, that focused, high-value stuff. It requires, frankly, ruthless prioritization, deciding what gets your best energy, not just reacting to the loudest notification.
Ruthless prioritization. I like that. How do you actually do that when the pings don't stop?
You have to schedule it. Like, physically block out time in your calendar. Use Google Calendar or maybe an app like FocusMate that pairs you with someone else working silently. Schedule your important work first before the day gets eaten by the urgent. Make it non-negotiable.
Block it out before the chaos begins. Makes sense. Okay, moving on. Habit 4.
Habit 4 is think win-win. This is a mindset shift. It's about seeking mutual benefit in your interactions, believing that one person's success doesn't have to mean another's failure.
That sounds nice, but work environments can feel pretty cutthroat sometimes. How does win-win fit in a competitive landscape?
Well, it's actually incredibly strategic today. Think about networking. Win-win means building genuine relationships, not just collecting LinkedIn contacts. It means actively supporting other people's work, maybe sharing their posts, sharing knowledge freely instead of hoarding it. Collaboration over gatekeeping.
So it builds trust and like a network that actually helps each other.
Exactly. It creates goodwill. A practical tip here. Actively look for ways to promote someone else's success. Share their wins, endorse their skills publicly, connect people you know who could benefit each other.
That feels counterintuitive, maybe, like you're taking focus off yourself.
It might feel that way initially, but the source argues it does the opposite long term. It builds your reputation as a connector and someone who adds value, which strengthens your influence immensely. It's a long game.
Interesting. Okay, what's habit 5?
Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. This is all about empathic listening, truly hearing someone out before you jump in with your own perspective.
Wow. Okay, that one feels particularly relevant right now.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. Because, let's be honest, real listening feels like a lost art. We're surrounded by online arguments, hot takes, everyone just waiting for their turn to talk or type.
Boys.
But our source calls empathy a superpower, especially with remote teams, different cultures. Being able to truly get where someone else is coming from, that's huge. It prevents so many misunderstandings.
It's the bridge builder. So much of our digital life prioritizes broadcasting out rather than taking in. So a practical shift for you listening. Try to consciously replace the urge to immediately reply with an intention to reflect.
Reflect. How?
Just pause. Actually process what was said. Ask clarifying questions, even on Zoom calls. Try summarizing what you heard. So if I'm understanding correctly, you're saying before you give your opinion. It changes the dynamic completely.
Seek to understand first. Got it. And habit 6 builds on that.
It does. Habit 6 is synergize. This is about valuing differences, recognizing that when you combine different perspectives and strengths, the result can be way better than what any single person could achieve alone. 1 + 1 = 3 or 10 or more.
Okay, synergy. How does that play out in like a modern team setting?
Well, it connects directly to big topics like diversity and inclusion. It's also crucial for effective remote collaboration. Synergy happens when you build what's called psychological safety.
Psychological safety.
Yeah, it's that feeling within a team that it's okay to speak up, to share a half-baked idea, to disagree respectfully, even to fail without being punished or humiliated. When you have that, that's when different viewpoints combine to spark real innovation.
Right. People feel safe to bring their whole selves, their unique perspectives. So how do you encourage that?
Practically. Encourage real brainstorming sessions where all ideas are welcome initially. No shooting things down too early. Use shared digital tools like Miro boards or dedicated Slack channels so ideas can build on each other. And importantly, actively celebrate different viewpoints, even the challenging ones. That's where the magic often happens.
Value the differences. Okay, that leaves one more. Habit 7.
The final habit. Sharpen the saw. This is about renewal. Consistently taking time to renew yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually, whatever that means to you. It's about maintaining your energy and avoiding burnout.
And burnout. Gosh, that's not just a buzzword anymore, is it? It feels like a genuine epidemic for so many people.
It's incredibly real. Our source really highlights this. So sharpening the saw today, it definitely means things like managing screen time proactively, setting real boundaries around work, especially when working remotely, prioritizing mental health, and actually scheduling breaks, not just hoping they happen.
It's not a reward, it's maintenance.
Exactly. It's essential maintenance for your most important asset. So tangible tips. Maybe try meditation for a few minutes, using an app like Headspace. Schedule a completely offline day or even just an evening. Commit to reading 1 book a month that helps you grow. It's about investing in yourself consistently.
Consistent button, okay.
So wrapping this all up, it really feels like these 7 habits, far from being relics, are actually more critical than ever. In a world that pulls us in a million directions, stresses us out, and often pushes superficial wins, they offer a solid framework for genuine, sustainable effectiveness.
Yeah, a real roadmap. And the key thing, reading through the source material, seems to be that it's not about achieving perfection in all 7 overnight. It's about intention, right? And consistency. Just picking one maybe and starting there.
Absolutely. Small steps done consistently.
So here's a final thought for you listening, something powerful from the source. You can't control everything in life, but you can control your habits, and your habits shape your future. Maybe think about that. Which one of these habits, if you focused on it, could really start to shape your future?